Good afternoon, folks. How are yous all? Thought I would show you something a little bit different to what I normally show on my YouTube channel. As you know, I always had a keen interest in building models. Hello, how are you? Sorry, I'm using a tablet for the first time and it's a bit too far away. I can't read the comments. I saw someone popped up and said hello. So I thought I'd just show you what I've been up to of late. Been building model ships. I first started out building them with the 3D printer, but then I've managed to acquire a mostly completed hull, this one here, of the HMS Victory, from a state that passed away. No one wanted it, so I've got this. And yeah, I didn't think I'd ever be capable of building anything with such intricate details, particularly out of timber. Now, when I first got this, it was a real, eye-opener. It blew me away. Basically, I didn't touch anything until I studied the plans for at least 5-6 weeks, watched YouTube videos, and then I made a plan that I won't do anything on this unless I know what I'm doing. And going by that, it's been coming along really good. So I've been spending a bit of spare time building this. And basically been working on it for about 5-6 weeks now. Sometimes many hours per day, sometimes half an hour here or there, sometimes a little break. There's a lot of hours that gone into it so far. I'll show you it in more detail shortly. But right now I'm just going to show you, I'm actually going to build one of the largest of the cross masts, the largest one for the main mast that goes across here. So I've already built some for the front. You can see here. So this one attaches somewhere around here. There's another one here just behind over there that I haven't completed. There was another one that here it is. All I need to do is just add some rigging on this. I did this one this morning. Okay, and I've got another 2 over there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically completed 5 of those out of 11 of those cross masts. And then there's other additional masts that come off the main mast, such an angles, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So you get a kit, and basically get a kit that's got certain size dowlings, so you have to shape it to the shape you need. Some of the ends you've got to cut square, such as on the mast there, and just using a filing kit, etc. But we're going to make a mast there, and I've got a set of plans up here on the wall there. I don't know if you can see it. And I thought I might just bring yous along with me. Let me open the window so it's got a bit more light. Okay, so the plan is showing me the mast is max 8 mil, and it's got to drop down to 4.5, so it tapers off at the end. So I'll show you how I taper that. I don't own a lathe, but in everyone, if you've got a drill, you've got a lathe basically, and I'll show you what I mean soon. So we've got 8 mil, and we know this is 8 mil. I've checked it with the caliper. I've got to taper either end down to approximately 4.5 mil. But what I need to do now is measure. I've got to measure. There's some timber planking that needs to be attached here. I need to know how long that's going to be so I can make sure when I taper it, I don't go past that. So I do that with the caliper and I measure on the scales. Now these scales I'm looking at now are not 100% to scale. They're at 75% of true scale. So what you have to do is you have to take a measurement and then you've got to work the mass out to get to 100% of scale. So that timber plank now is, I'm just measuring with the calipers, so at 75% scale, it's at 74.72, so let's say 75. So now I've got to work out that 75, what that will be at 100% scale. So all you do then is just ask Siri, hey Siri, what does 75 divide that by 0.75 equals? Hang on. Okay, that Siri didn't work. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. What is 75 divide that by 0.75 equals? Oh, 1. I should have worked that out. It's 10 centimetres. Should have worked that out without using Siri. That was an easy math. So that's 10 centimetres. So I'll just write this down so I don't forget. 100 centimetres. Sorry, guys. Yous are distracting me. So 100 centimetres. 100 centimetres. 100 millimetres. I'm getting distracted. You really got to be careful with these maths because if you stuff up, there's no extras of these. You only just get enough quite often out of like 5 mil. That's it. You only got that couple of centimetres spare. And here where I live, it's not like I can just go down to a corner shop and go buy 5 mil doweling. Just can't buy them. They're not here. Which is crazy. What does the world come to? I mean, I'm living in a fairly big town. It's not like I'm in a little country town. It's a big town. But you cannot buy any 5 mil doweling, 10 mil doweling, 12 mil doweling, 3 mil, 2 mil. Just cannot get it. How crazy. So, 410. My rule only goes to 300, so I'll mark it 300. Then I'll add an extra 11. And then I've got to cut that to length. So add an extra 11. Looks like I've already cut this to show the percent. I must have already cut this. I know some of them already have. This one's exactly 410, so that's how wide. The bottom cross mast, I think they call them a starn or something, or staff or something. So so what I'm working on is a model of the HMS Victory from scratch. So now what I'm going to do now, so that's 410, I need to mark the centre of that. 410 to 205. 205. Is that right? Yeah, 205. 205. This is why I just got to take my time, make sure. Yeah, I get this correct. Now, I worked out those pieces 10 centimetres long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark 5 centimetres either side of that. And that'll also assist me in making sure those planks that are attached in the middle are going to be exactly in the middle. Now that I've done that, so I've got 3 marks the centre and 2 on either side. And the planks are going to be made out of 0.5 mil by 3 mil. I think these are oak planks. Or walnut, one of the two. I think it might be walnut. Which is the darker? Which is the lightest? I think walnut is the darkest, isn't it? And oak's the lightest. So this will be oak planks. So it's a quality build. It's not cheap timber going into this here, guys. Good afternoon. Hey Luke, how you going? I could just see that. So now we need to bring the ends down to approximately 4.5 mils. From 8 mil down to 4.5. So to do that, when you don't own a lathe, you use a drill, because your drill is in your lathe. So what you do is get some paper and wrap a strip of paper around one end to protect your timber. So we're going to need to, now I need to do this outside because it's very, oh actually, see if I can find a box somewhere. I'll try to do it in here, but I don't have a lot of room, as you can see. This is a big ship. This is about 1.3 metres long. I stand up. The mast is higher than me, which makes it a lot easier to build. I can't build anything tiny. This size here, you might think it's harder to build, but it's actually easier because the parts are so much bigger. So that's basically your lathe, and then you use sandpaper to taper it. So now I'm going to get a new bit of sandpaper. This is what I've got outside right now. It's a little bit worn out. It'll take too long, seeing I've got quite a fair bit. I've got to taper off here. This is the largest of these cross masts I have to build. So I'm just using 120 grit paper, and I've got some finer paper at the back all ready to go. So I do this out the back, but just bear with me. Let's have a conversation with yourself. I'm going to grab a little box somewhere and do this inside, so I don't have to relocate the camera and bring you outside. just want to, the crowd's quite a fair bit of sawdust. So I just want to keep it tidy, clean here. Move some tools away. And grab the drill. So that's basically my lathe. Don't worry. Okay, it's not as straight as the lathe, but doesn't need to be. And then what I do is find the sandpaper, and then now I've got to wear garden gloves because the friction can get quite hot. Here goes. Woo! Oh, it's starting to get hot. Oh, it's really fine, the dust in this. Very fine. Ah, jeez, that's getting hot. Let's check to see what that is. I don't think we're anywhere close yet. No, we're about 5.7. We've got about 1.7 mils to take off of that. But I started out at 8 mil. So you can see it doesn't take too long. I probably should have picked one of the smaller cross masks to go live with. This one's taking a little bit longer because there's so much, so I've got to sand back. And then I've got to do the other side yet. But this is a very effective method. Yeah, I think we might be almost there, guys. Just looking at that. 5 mil. Got about half a mil to go. is on tapering it back to that point up here. So we've got a nice gentle taper going down to the point there. So we're almost there. Okay, that's it. Now I've got some finer sandpaper outside at the back. I'm just going to go get that just to make a nice finish. I normally take this outside and do this outside, but there's nowhere for me to put the tablet. Okay, right, so we've just got to do the other side now. So it's getting a lathe. I'd like to get a lathe, but I'd only need a hobby lathe. But even though it's just a hobby lathe, the one I need that'll do the job for me, by the time I get all the parts, everything that I need, all the tools, it's about $800, so nah, wouldn't get enough work. Although this is not the only ship I've got going at the moment. I've got 4 ongoing at the moment, including this one. There's another 2 sitting over there that have got the holes completed, almost. And there's another one in the spare room that's even bigger than this. This one's the most advanced one. Basically the hole is mostly complete on this. It's only few. I've got the carved thing that goes on there. This got to be lashed down with ropes, and there's another bit that goes over that. And basically the hole is complete. Okay, right, let's do the other side now. How many we got watching? Is it 2 or 3? Are you kidding me? 3. Oh well. Going live doesn't work for me, guys. I don't get enough support to go live. really need to do this outside in a open air environment, but I'm only do this one inside just so you guys can see what I'm doing. Oh no, we got 5 watching. There's 2 thumbnails up. I think we got 5 watching. So you need to have a lot of patience. You're building something like this. No rushing. Take your time. Double check the measurements. And don't do anything unless you know what you're doing. This kit I'm working on now is from Italy. Apparently it's regarded as one of the most, if not the most difficult wood model kit to build in the world. That's what the claims are. One reason is because of its lack of instructions, very poor instructions, but very high quality detailed plans, but not all plans are to 100% scale. Seems to be taking a bit longer doing this part, doesn't it? I think just because the sandpaper's worn out so quick as the other paste. Oh geez, we must be getting close now. Oh shit, still got another meal to go. Freaking kidding me. So a lot of friction there, guys. Oh, I think think we might be nearly there. No, another half a mil to go. So you need very accurate calipers. Not a lot of special tools you need, but some you do need, and I'll show you those shortly. Oh, surely we must be there now. Yeah, 4.5, spot on. Sweet. Right, I'll get this box outside shortly because it's full of very fine sawdust. Of course, these are hardwood. That's it. Let me go bring this stuff outside now so we've got a clean environment. All right. And no damage. We've got a perfectly tapered mast. Cross mast. Just wipe the dust off that. Now, as per the original, the HMS Victory, this is part of the England Royal Navy ship that won the Battle of Trafalgar when Napoleon tried to take over England back, one of his attempts to take over England, UK, back in 1805. And this was the main ship that won the battle. So there's a lot of history in this, back in 1805. It was built around about 1750, 1747. And would you believe, guys, this is hard to believe, that ship that was built some 265, 270 years ago, that had the Admiral Lord Nelson on board, very famous. If you know anything about the history of the Navy, etc., especially for the UK, the early days, that's the ship that he won the Battle of Trafalgar. That ship still exists today. It is docked at Portsmouth in UK, south of England, I believe, at the Maritime Museum, and you can go on board. So, this is a pretty much 100% perfect replica of that ship at 1/78 scale. So, right, so now what we do is we need to cut these, which I believe was 10 centimetres if I remember right, Let me double check. You got to double check your measurements. Stuff up. Because this is built to scale to the original, and these plans are perfect to scale, but the ones for the mast are downsized by 70, yeah, 70, yep, 75, so that's definitely 10 centimetres long. Okay, so what we use, 0.5 mil by 3 mil planks. So I'll cut a number of these up, 75 at 10 centimetres long, because remember those plans are at 75% of real scale. So now I'll cut. I've got a little guillotine for cutting these, but these are so thin, 0.5 mil, I just use cutters. Let's go grab another piece of that. You can see you've got quite a fair bit of that here. So I'll probably need about 7 or 8 of these at least to wrap around that. So that's just it. Let me cut a number of these. Let me use a bigger ruler. Cut a number of these at 10 centimetres long, and then we'll get on to gluing. I can't tell you guys how much I love doing this. I absolutely love building this stuff. I didn't think I could do it. But I just studied the plans. Studied. Didn't touch anything for 4 or 5 weeks after I got this kit. And didn't start on anything until I knew what I was doing. So I came to the plan that I will not attempt anything on this unless I know what I'm doing. So what's going on the TV? The Prime Minister's talking about something about limiting travel, not going somewhere. What's happening? Is there something going on? I heard on the news this morning, it came up on the app, you can't post anything to America anymore. Go grab another piece. So anyone been doing much camping this year? I haven't had a chance to do a lot. I've been out. I've been out camping. It's not that I haven't. Enjoying all the products that I got. You know, I'm pretty much at the point now, guys, where I don't need to spend any more money on camp gear. I pretty much got a perfect setup now. I'm really happy. In fact, I got too much gear. I'm going to be going through some gear soon. And I'm going to sell some of my camp gear because a lot of stuff that I used to use, the kitchen, camping, bunkers, sleeping bags, all that stuff. Guys, I don't need any more. I've got a camper trailer. It's got all that in it. A well set up camper trailer. And I've been out camping this year in some pretty cold weather. And I'm just sitting in the camper trailer, all nicely rugged up. Not rugged up, with t-shirt and shorts, like as if it is at summer, because I've got the diesel heater in it. I've got the hot water system, the awesome kitchen. It's amazing how much shit you don't need when you got a caravan or a camper trailer. I can understand why a lot of you guys are going away from the rooftop tents and all that stuff. I mean, just going to this camper trailer I've got is just a big game changer. I should have enough. But it also depends on the camper trailer. I wouldn't buy a camper trailer if it involves more than like 5-6 minutes setting up. Okay. Now we're just going to use some good quality wood glue. Put some glue on that section. Just a thin coat. Don't need a lot. And we'll just glue these planks on here. Yeah, so huge game changer, guys. Going with these type of setups now. You can see caravans, camper trailers. A lot of camper trailers out there, guys. I wouldn't touch. Involves a lot of work setting up. You might as well just buy a tent, guys, and be done with. But the unique feature of the one I got, and there's only 2 companies that make them like this, so the only 2 I would ever touch or look at is the SUV or the Modcon, which are the 2 very similar design, and they got a system where everything just folds in itself. There's no poles you need to set up. Some camper trailers, they've got like as many as a dozen poles after you fold them out. You've got to ply them in and connect up. So what's the point? You might as well just go buy a tent and be done with. But ones like mine, very quick setup. So absolutely unique design, perfectly weighted. Like the guy when I did the weighs on it. Been meaning to do the continuation videos on that, but yeah. Well, one day. Alright, one more piece. Do the job. There we go. We just got to cool, eh? So that's the bases. Okay. That dries pretty quick, that glue. Next we've got to do is some rigging. Now there's also an additional mast that goes on top of these ones, extend out a bit. Like these ones are, you see it's the ones that painted that yellow colour on the top. So we're just doing a bigger version of this. Here's one here that's I made this morning, just got to put the ropes on. So now looking at the plans, the first one is right up against these. So now you get supplied these like eyelets, these brass fittings that are used for the rigging and so on in places. So you've got to drill a hole and then glue them in, but they're very small holes, so you need very small, precise drills. And you can get these drill kits, these little lithium-operated battery drill bits you get from AliExpress. Not overly expensive, called Max. And you get drill bit kits that range from 0.6 right up to 2.2 mils. So I'm using 0.7. At the moment it's a 0.7 mil. 0.1 can make that much of a difference in a kit like this. It's got little lights on it, see that? These are awesome on AliExpress. Called Max. Absolutely brilliant, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, we're going to drill this through here. So now very carefully, I need to drill that hole right through there, right in the centre. And that's where the first of the eyelet, that little pole that goes down. I think these parts what I'm making right now, this part of the rigging, is what helps them when they roll the masts up, when they're not under sail. And then they just attach it to this part here. Okay, do the other side, making sure it's lined up with this side. But if you're out a little bit, doesn't matter, because you just bend it over to match. So it's very precise drilling. You take your time. This mask is fine how thick it is, but some of them are really thin, so you have to be very careful drilling it so you don't snap anything. Because you're only just supplied just enough to complete these kits. You can't afford to make mistakes. You always go and just buy more timber. A town like this where I am, you can't get them, so you've got to get on mail order, then you've got to wait for it to arrive. And we all know how slow that is. That's it. So lithium power, that's just on real slow speed. It's variable speed. Because this is very delicate work. Now I've got a measure. I just cannot see how you could build a kit like this without that. No way, guys. No way. Now I've just got to see how far. There's 3 of these on either side. It's got to measure how far it is from the end. Okay, so it's 47. Hey Siri, what does 47 divide that by 0.75 equals?
47 divided by 0.75 is approximately 62.6666.
So 62.6666 millimeters from the end. We'll just go 60. What was it? 66, was it? Was it 62 or 66? Can you remind me? I forgot. Guys, I got distracted. Someone put in the comments 62 or 66. Hey Siri. Shit, I can't remember. No one there, eh? Hey Siri, what is 47 divide that by 0.75 equals?
47 divided by
62.
0.75 is approximately 62.6666.
62. So, first one 62 from the end, 62 from here. Okay, let's drill that one. And then the next one I'll just drill in between, in the middle of those. Remember, we're drilling through hardwood timber here. But these are really sharp blades, but still, there we go, just going right through. Okay, now this side, making careful it's lined up with the other hole. Well, basically stay on live here until this one's completed, although I've got painting to do. I do have to paint. So, yeah. I won't be able to complete it fully until the paint is dried. So I might have to finish the live feed before that. It's just too difficult to paint after I put it all together. Although this one might be easier because this is a big mass. This one might be manageable. Might be able to paint it after it's all put together. So that's 9 centimetres apart, so half of that's 4.5. So put a mark at 4.5. And that's where the last support arm for that part of the rigging that holds the sails up, when they're not under sail, will go in place. Right, let's drill that. 2 more holes to drill. And then we can put them in place. And then we can start making the top part of the mast, which actually I need to do more tapering of that too. So it's no rush job building these. You can see it takes a little bit of time. So it can take years to complete one of these, years. I'm actually getting through it pretty quick. The rigging's going to really slow me down. There's a lot of rigging going on this ship here. I'm not sure if it's true, but I think the rigging is you're looking up to probably at least 200 metres of ropes that's going into this ship. And to be honest, I think that might be a little bit low. I think it may even be more than that. Um, so I had to order some more rigging ropes. The main rigging, the ropes are 1 mil wide. Geez, it's a warm day up here today, guys. It was nice and cool before, but oh, I hate it. Guys, this is the time of year I absolutely despise. I hate summer. Just don't like it. Especially up here, it's just too hot. It's the humidity, guys. The humidity is just terrible up in here in Queensland. It's terrible, guys. Terrible. That's it. Now, I got to double check. So it's, see how far apart, how far. It should be at work out about 14 mil. Pretty well right, but this is a bigger mast. You see how far these are off. Okay, so we've got 12. Hey Siri, what does 12 divide that by 0.75 equals?
12 divided by 0.75 is 16.
So these are a bit longer. So we got these. That we use. Now guys, I been posting a bit of a build log on my private account, Facebook account. It hasn't been getting a lot of interest there, but I post a fair bit onto other Facebook groups to do with wooden model ship building, and I'm getting a lot of interest. I get thousands of likes per day, lots of comments, far more interest in this than I have ever have received with my videos, and particularly posts on Facebook and Facebook groups to do with camping. I get far more interest, guys, with building these model ships, etc., showing people the steps that I've been taking, what tools I'm using, thousands of likes and hundreds of comments every day, literally. So yeah, I'm thinking about, well, I've already created it, starting up a new channel just on this regarding building hobbies and stuff like that. Because it's getting more interest than what I've been getting with the YouTube channel. I'm still going to continue it, but obviously not as much as I have before. Alright, It's just a bit of a tight fit getting this in here. I've got to push this through till it's about 16. Oops, that's bent. Alright. I might have to drill that. Oh, that snapped. Oh no, it's just very soft. Okay, I might have to drill that a bit, round it out a bit. So I think I'm going to start concentrating on maybe creating a new YouTube channel soon to do with hobbies and stuff. I really enjoy making these hobbies, and obviously by the looks of it and from what people are saying, I'm pretty good at it. Just bear with me guys, just because these holes are so precise. I don't want to do any damage here, snap anything. Although this is a very strong piece, in saying that, bingo, unbelievable, I just snapped the drill bit. I've got a couple of spares of that size. Unbelievable, that's the first time. There we are, just lots of concentration. Bugger. Can't tell you how many holes, although the drill bit's probably gone blunt, it's probably worn out, to be safe to say. Seem to have been taking a bit to drill through, so it's probably due to change over to a new drill bit. Lucky I've got spares. Well, that's definitely the first one that I've snapped. It's a freaking mongrel. But that's the way life is. Wow. Okay. There must be an issue with that one. That must be a bit wider than the rest. None of them have been that hard to get through there. Oh, it just won't go through. Maybe that drill bit was. Oh, drop the piece. That's what you don't want to do, is lose anything, because quite often only supply just enough. Yeah, I'm not going to find that now. Oh well. Oh, I'm gonna have to re-drill these bigger, the next size up. Go up a point. That was 0.7. Oh, it jumps up to 1 mil. Oh dear, I can't go from 0.7. Was that 0.7 or what was that? 0.8. Ah, 0.8. So 1 mil. I'll have to jump up to 1 mil. They just won't slide in. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on there. Let's see if this will go in now. Yeah, go in. It's somewhat loose, but right, gotta get it in somehow. So what's this? Got to be 16. Okay. So let's talk about my setup. I basically got nothing inside my full drive anymore. It's just a lot easier life. Everything that was in there, all the electrics and everything, has been all moved over to my camper trailer, and it works a treat, guys. I've just got some CA glue here now. I'll glue that in with some CA glue. Okay, I've got to get a new end thing on that. I use some Bunnings Loctite super glue. Control the flow of it. You can get these tips, these very fine tips. You can order on eBay. Buy like a pack of 200 for a few bucks, and every so often you replace them. You don't get a blob of dual glue that just spits out and spoils everything. You can control exactly where you want the glue. Now quickly, because this glue sets real fast, get this in place real quick and try not to glue your fingers onto it. Bingo, exactly 16 mil. So that's already pretty much set. So now I'm just going to go through and drill the rest of these at 1 mil. Because for whatever reason, I've got no idea why. Maybe because that blade, hence why it snapped, was just worn out. That drill bit, I mean, not blade. These little drills are game changer, guys. With little projects like this, absolutely brilliant. Arrow Max from AliExpress. Okay, get 5 more out. So yeah, so there's nothing in the back of my camper. There's not even a fridge. I do have one of the lithium lead time batteries in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those lead times are awesome batteries, guys, for the price. The only complaint I have about them is I reckon I'm a believer of lithium batteries that they should have a Bluetooth connectivity with your phone to the BMS. I don't like the BMS's people have got out where there's got no Bluetooth connectivity. I much prefer to have lithium batteries with you can access exactly the internals inside that battery, internal temperature, um, individual cell voltages, keep them monitoring for the safety of the batteries. Personally, I think it's critical, but a lot of these manufacturers seem to omit that feature, including Lithium. Now, I think they do have some batteries that do have Bluetooth connectivity. I don't know if Steve is there. You can let me know and see if that's true. It's the only bad thing I've got to say about the lithium lead time. And saying that, a lot of batteries out there don't have the Bluetooth connectivity and they're perfectly fine. They just do the job. Just my preference is I like to be able to monitor the batteries and know exactly what each individual cell voltages is. Something that's not so critical if you've only got the one battery, but something that is very critical if you're piggybacking the batteries together, whether in series or parallel. My opinion, I think it's crucial to have access to that information on the BMS. That's lacking on a lot of batteries. I have to put a little bit more glue on these. Okay, right, that's right. So with these tips on the end, they're brilliant. You can control the flow. You don't have a big blob of glue that just shoots out. Alright, screw the other three pieces in. As you see guys, it's got to take your time with stuff like this. There's no rush. Okay. Put a bit of glue on there so this glue dries real quick too. Very good glue, this stuff. It's not cheap, but a bottle lasts a long time. Make sure that's exactly 16 mils out. 17, just got to go in just a tad more. Okay, like a bit more glue in there. One more. That's all lined up real good too. Right, that time to glue. You see what I've done there? That'll dry pretty quick. And I'll set this aside somewhere over here, just behind you. Let it fully glue. And get ready. Let me clean this so it doesn't clog up so quick. So they're a game changer, these things. See how fine the point is there? So you can control exactly how much glue to use so it doesn't come out in one big blob. Now we need to make the top parts, which are P49. What's that resembling to P49? What's it want me to do there? P49, I don't see anything at P49. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Just... Ah, okay. Okay, I've got to do 2 of those eyelets on that. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. There's a bit of rope that goes around that too. Alright, let's get back into do all that later. 3 mil, I've got to taper it down to 2 mil on either end. So 3 mil at 190 mil long. So we've got to look for some 3 mil. Should have some 3. Oh, hang on. I think here's all the 3 mils I've got left over here. Okay, let's double check that. Let's see. Yeah, 3 mil. 3 mil. 3 mil. This is more like exactly 3 mil. Now, let me double check, because 3 mil is the size I can't buy here where I live. I'd have to mail order that from Melbourne or Sydney somewhere. It'll take ages to get here. So don't want, that'll piss me off if that delays me. So let me just see how much 3 mil. How many pieces of 3 mils I've got to make? 2 by 190. 190. So 2 of those at 190. Any other 3 mils? Yes, there is. The next piece there, 2 by 143. It's 143. 2 by 143. Any other 3 mil? That's 4 mil. That's 5. That's 5. And there's another 3 mil piece. 1 by 130. By 130. Okay. Gotta make sure I can get those pieces out of this. 143. Sometimes you got to be very careful because some pieces are already cut to a certain length, or one piece is purposely cut to get 2 pieces out of that. And if you cut a longer piece out of it where you should have been using another piece, you're going to end up with not enough piece. You've got to stuff up. Already there's one piece here. I have had to extend about 16 mil piece on it because I cut the wrong piece there earlier on. So 2 by 143. Let's see if any of these are 300 long. This piece here is 300. Probably have to get the 2 by 143 out of that. And then there's another 190, which I'll get out of that. 130, and another one at 190, which I'll get out of that. Okay, so 2 by 143, the 2 by 190, definitely won't get out of that. So 2 by 143 out of this. So I measure 143, 1, 2, 3, 143, 2 by 143. Okay, so where was that? I'll double check. That's 3 mil, 2 by 143. 3 mils. And that was definitely 3 mil. See what I mean? How many times you just got to double check everything, guys. Just don't take for granted. Definitely 3 mils. Right, now I know 100%. I can cut that piece now. And use a little model saw with a fine tooth blade. Or I've got a guillotine I could use. This one here leaves a nicer finish. That's perfectly straight. That's 143. Double check that. 143. 2 by 143. So this is for the next mast that I'm making later. So put that aside there and cut another 143. Or is this a 143 out of this one? One, two, three. Shit. Again, it's only got a piece about 1.5 centimetres long left over. So it's 2 by 143, so that's in preparation for the next mast. Alright, good. Put that over here. Now, got to cut the 2 by 190. Can I get 190 out of? Can I get 190 out of this one? Yes, I can. Two by 190. Hang on. Got a 2 by 190. Oh dear. Okay, interesting. 2 by 143. One at 130. We're going to be a little bit short. I'm going to have to join piece together. 2 by 190. 2 by 190, that's the one I need now, isn't it? Yeah, 3 mil. Well, hang on. Yeah, that's all I got. I don't think there's any other 3 mil pieces. $143. I'll have to get the 143 out of this. 1, 2, 3. No, hang on. 2 by 143. Okay, I've already cut them. So they're almost stuffed up. cross out the ones I already did. That's 143 here. Yeah, shit. What am I doing? I'm about 130. Okay, I've got to cut this at 130. Unfortunately, can't buy 3mm dowels in. So that's 130. 130, that's the cross part that goes up there. So I'll put that with that list. Now, 130. It's done. Let me double check and make sure I do not have any more 3mm in here. I've got this is a 2mm piece, that's 2mm. Well, that's strange, guys. Why wasn't those pieces are not long enough on the 3mm doweling. Okay, 190. I've got to cut 190 out of this and glue on a piece. Geez, I hope once I glue on this piece, it's going to be long enough. This could be interesting. I don't know if I've got enough 3mm doweling. Oh, I might have to place an order for some. This could be a bit of a delay on this now. $190. And if I extend this piece on, well, I've got another short piece here. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to do, even with those two extensions, it's not enough. Why don't I not have enough 190? The 3mm doweling. I haven't got any here that I've already cut, have I? No, it's only that one. Stop any confusion, I'll put these ones over here. I've got a pile of some here that I've already cut to length. Hang on, is that a piece there? No, that's square. If I had a lathe, I could use, I've got a lot of 4mm stuff. Because I went to Bunnings and bought what I could. Bunnings, local Bunnings here, you can buy the 4, 6 and 8mm. You know what I might do? It's going to be shit of a job, but I might actually cut 190 down to the 4mm and just sand it down. We've only got 1mm to take off. I won't do that in here, guys, so I might... So I'm just going to sand it down. So I won't show you me doing that. That'll take a while. So basically, let me finish cutting this. I'll tell you what I'm going to do next. There we go. 2 at 190. Oh, I cut it a little bit too long. Shorten that there just a tad. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so basically I am going to make the duplicate of this here. Okay. So that's all I'm left to do. And I'm going to finish that piece off today. We've got a fair bit of sanding to do, guys. So let me see. Can I bring a chat up here? Hey, Timmy Ryan. How are you? Spirit on the 13th. Good on ya. Oh, guys. Should show you the ship. One side of the 100 cannons. And I'll show you the deck. Copper plating. 3,000 pieces of copper tarnished and then tarnished to replicate a true working ship. It's the main mast. You see how tall it sits, guys. It powers above me. The lanterns, there's still more lanterns to go on this. It's the rear end. So there you go. So that's what she looks like. So awesome. 1.5 hours. Wow. Any idea how long these things take to go? I was going to probably spend at least another half hour to an hour on that mast, on that cross. Alright guys, thanks for joining in, eh? I'm going to go now. So till next time, eh? Cheers. I'll find out how to turn this off. Yeah. Hang on.